Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM and welcome to the 5th instalment of my series down here on the Missouri River Bottom by River Bottom Customs. So I hope you're all doing very well and having a great day. I figured I would, for a bit of a change, the previous 4 episodes on this map so far have been live streams, so I figured for a bit of a change I would have a bit of a go at a normal recording, normal episode on here. So, what have we got going on? Well, if any of you haven't caught the live streams that I've done over the last few weeks on this map, we have been very busy harvesting. If I pop into the map, the fields that we started with here, I'm down here on what I've called Central Farm. We've had a field of soybeans here that we've harvested. Again, soybeans here that we've harvested. These two big ones up here were both corn, and we've got those in the grain dryer here drying away. And this was an empty field that I have drilled with a bit of wheat. And this was a field of grass that we cut and rode up and put into our fermenting system over here to make eventually total mixed ration for our cows, because it's the pretty big cow barn, that one. I think it's the biggest one you can get in game. Legacy Ags monoslope cow stall. I think it has a capacity of about 1,000 cows. We've only got 200 in there at the minute. I think it's either 100 or 200, but yeah, I do plan on getting many more of those in the future. But we have a big soybean field here to get harvested. Now I'm going to, as I have been doing in the live streams, we are going to be using Courseplay and Auto Drive, and with 2 harvesters, 2 grain carts, 2 trucks running back and 2, hopefully in absolute harmony, harvesting the field and tipping eventually into the grain dryer here, which is going to be a very fruitful venture, I must admit, because currently, if I pop into the production systems menu, because it is in production systems, there we go. So we have currently there, as it's counting down, 52,919 litres of corn, but we have over 1 million litres of dry corn, 1296406 to be precise. Now, collectively, we have 1,349,279 litres of what will eventually be dry corn. Now, at top selling price time, that has just crept over the $1 million mark, $1,040,294 to be precise, which is incredible. So that's going to be January time, so I'm very much looking forward to that. At the minute, we also have 166,666 litres of soybeans. Currently, at that, if this was all we had, that is worth, at top selling price, which I think is July, $206,166,000, which is mega. So, but we're going to increase that soybean total by quite a bit today because we've got the last one to do. So we're going to crack on with that harvest. That's going to be the first job of the day, which is going to take several hours. I'm well aware of that. And then following on from that, I do need to get a roller into the field of wheat that we drilled. But obviously I don't have enough money to buy a roller really at the minute. I'm just going to have to lease one, and I'm going to be leasing one of the big ones, the big base game Dalbo Mega Roll thing, with a width of about 24 meters, because obviously down here these fields are massive. But come sell time of all the crops that we have here, I will no doubt be able to afford to purchase a field roller for myself, for the farm, which we will crack on with. But for now, I'm going to spend a few minutes now. We're going to gather together all of our equipment, which is currently, most of it is all stuffed away in here. I do like a busy workshop. So we've got everything in here. We've got our trucks. Let's get these doors open. The big door open here. We've got our 2 ideal 10T harvesters, and we have our grain carts as well, which we need to dig out, assuming I can get to the door. And there we go. Yeah, so if any of you haven't seen the live streams that I did, we've got this Fent 1167, which is an absolute beast, and we've got the John Deere 9570 RT, both running custom moddings Demco grain carts. I do love these things, obviously with the American flag decals on the side. Yeah, be running. So essentially the process will be that obviously the 2 harvesters will be in the field picking up the crop. These 2 will be running following those harvesters and tipping into the 2 trucks, which will be parked at the side of the field. And when they're full, they'll be coming over to the grain dryer. sticking all the crop in. So, that's the plan. So let's crack on. So I'll see you over at the field in a few moments. Right, that's everything set up. Brought both header trailers over here with the pickup truck. Got them both up and running. Both programmed in with the course play. We have got, here's the convoy now. We've got both the trucks heading their way. We've got both the grain carts. I've cleared a bit of a path here for these guys to turn around in, but we need to get these things up and running. So let's jump in. Bring up the menu. Let's send you off. There we go. First one there. Let's get in the second one. Now this should wait a few moments for the other one to get 100 metres or so. Oh no. Oh, was he just finding the first waypoint? Right, yeah, of course. Yep, now he's waiting for the other combine harvester to get 100 metres away, I think it is. Two trucks there, pulling up behind him. They're going to get to their point. Here's the auger wagons getting to their unload point. No, you don't need unloading yet. Busy, 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 eh? Right, so that's everything up and running. So, you all know me by now, I'm sure. I'm going to pop this into hopefully a reasonably nice cinematic. I've got all the time in the world to get a decent amount of footage with this being such a big field, so I shall join you back in fact I'll be able to tell you exactly how long. This says 55 minutes. So that's 55 minutes if it was non-stop harvesting, which it isn't going to be. So a good hour and a bit I'd hazard a guess at. So, see you all in a while.
Let me know, do you feel me too? Let it show, 'cause babe, I'm into you. We've been on and off, in and out, up and down, too many times.
There we go. Harvest complete. So, from that one, we did quite well. We yielded from that field 122,861 litres of soybeans. So that brings our grand total of beans to 289,527. Now, again, totting up what that is going to be worth come sell time, it's $358,144. So all in all, what we have sat in our silo at sell point is $1,398,438 worth of grain. So that is brilliant. Now we're slowly running out of money, I suppose. That whole job there has just cost me in wages just over 12.5 grand. Now, don't get me wrong, I fully admit I probably wasted a little bit of money there. I probably didn't need both trucks sat there and both grain carts, but well, it is what it is. It's done now. It's just, I suppose I just like having everything, having big fields and having lots of kit running in there, making it look cool and all that. So it is what it is. But so I suppose, obviously, with all that money coming in, that will be coming in the next few months, it's not going to be too much of a bad thing for me to get a loan of a few grand if I need to. Maybe, you know, 10, 15, 20 grand, 30 grand, whatever it might be. We'll be fine. Because we'll the bank balance will be well blessed come the new year. So, right, I'm going to get everything tidied away, and the next job on the list, I think, is to go and rent a roller for as short a time as possible and go and get the field of wheat rolled, just to increase the yield on that one. So, I'll get everything tidied away, back into the shed, and I'll pick you all back up when I'm on my way to the shop. Right, there we go, all tidied up, everything away where it belongs. Nicely tidied away in the workshops. So, I've jumped in the 8R now. We're just going to use this one because it's better on the roads. We'll go over to the shop now. We'll rent ourselves this big roller. We'll get it back, and I'm going to use the 9570 in the field with it and get the wheat rolled. So I'll see you over in a few seconds when we've got it. Right, here we are, over at Agrivision Equipment Group, and here is our leased roller. It's quite a beast. I think it's about 24 and a bit metres wide, so this should hopefully, fingers crossed, get the job done relatively quickly, because I want to be leasing this for as little time as possible. So let's get it hooked up, get back to the field ASAP. Right, here we go, back at the farm. So we're just going to swap tractors over, just because I don't think that the twin row crops on this would be the suitable and correct wheels to be running a 25-ton roller in a recently sown field of wheat. The tractor has got the power for it. I think the machine itself requires, I think, about 350 horsepower, and this is north of 400, so it's more than capable of it. But as I say, I think because we've got the 9570 and the 1167 on the tracks, of course, I think that is just a more suited vehicle. So, where are we? There we go. So let's get this hooked up, get over to the field. I'm probably going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to pop this whole job into a cinematic. So I shall see you ASAP. Right, job done. Tell you what though, when I've got the money in the bank, I'm definitely getting myself one of these for the farm, because it's an absolute beast. This is actually the first time in my entire playing of Farming Simulator 22 that I've ever used one of these massive rollers. I've always had the smaller one because I've never really had fields this big. So yeah, awesome stuff. I'll be getting myself one of those. But for now, in fact, what I need to do immediately, because of the cost of things, is send that right back. So, boom, vanish, gone. Because we're already now down to 32, just over 32 grand. So that that job has cost me a pretty penny. Because again, this is one of the first times that I've actually had course play wages on properly and auto drive wages. So, but I was determined to do it properly on this series, whether it's live stream or on a recorded episode. So anyway, that's cost me a penny and a two. But it was needed because the expected yield in this particular area of the field in the sandy loam is now 99%. It was in the high 80s before, so it's definitely worth doing. Right, anyway, so I don't think there's going to be much more going on in this episode. Now, forgive me, this episode is probably going to be considerably shorter than the ones I normally put out on Court Farms and on Tahitian, for example, 30-40 minutes long. I appreciate this one is going to be a little bit shorter, but either way, I do hope you've enjoyed it. Onwards, going forward, whether it's one of these episodes or whether it's a live stream, I think the next stage in what we'll be doing here will be getting the anhydrous toolbar out, with the anhydrous tank, of course, and getting the fields prepped for another drilling. Now, the drill I have, the big Great Plains cedar planter thing that I have over there, is not a direct drill. So we'll be running the cultivator, the anhydrous toolbar, in all the fields. Now, obviously, in the fields that I plan on putting corn, we'll be increasing the level of nitrogen. But in the fields that I plan on putting soybeans, obviously they don't need nitrogen, so we'll be just running the toolbar on its own without the big tank behind. But that'll be for a future episode. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I really do hope you've enjoyed the video and found it even remotely fun and interesting. As always, if you're new to my channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the channel. Giving the video a like if you can. Hitting that like button does do wonders for the channel. It helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing a DLC, an add-on, or even the full game itself, and you like the idea of helping a content creator out at the same time, I would be massively appreciative. So take care, everyone. Thanks again, and I shall see you in the next episode.